Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Evergoods Civic Half Zip, which is a 22-liter minimal everyday bag. And a while back we took a look at the Evergoods CPL24, which is a really solid all-purpose bag. It had a great aesthetic, a solid build quality, and that was a full clamshell style bag. So this is kind of Evergoods' answer to the more traditional single cavity bag that just kind of has a top loading opening. And I've been testing this out for the past couple of weeks, and so far it's been a really great experience. The bag has been very comfortable to wear. It has a solid build quality. I really like the simpler organizational layout that it has, and it also has an impressive amount of space. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. This has a very minimal and utilitarian style that feels like it's going to blend in well into a ton of different environments, whether you're walking around the city or taking this into the office. Evergoods bags also always seem to have sort of a focus on being for the outdoors, and it feels like this bag is going to be great for that sort of environment as well. And then moving into the materials, the bag is made out of a really rugged feeling 500D nylon, and this definitely feels like it's going to hold up well to some rougher usage. The material also has a DWR coating to offer a nice amount of weather resistance, and then on top of that it also has some really great YKK zippers that also seem to have a nice amount of protection. So just really high quality materials all throughout, and it definitely feels like a bag that's going to hold up well over the longer term. One thing that I did notice about the nylon material on this bag versus something like the CPL24 that we looked at a while back is that it doesn't pick up quite as much dust or pet hair as I saw with that bag. So it's been a lot easier to keep it looking a little bit cleaner. Continuing along the outside, the company has chosen to keep a pretty similar style zipper pull to what we saw on the CPL24, and I wasn't super crazy about these, but they do feel a little bit more secure with the Civic Half Zip, so glad to see them improving a little bit on that style. And then moving up to the top of the bag, you also have a really nice handle that's going to be great for picking the bag up when you've placed it on the ground. The implementation of the handle here feels pretty good. It's very sturdy. One thing that I will notice about this is that it's a little bit on the thinner side. It doesn't have that much padding, so it can tend to dig into your fingers when the bag has a little bit more weight. One last note while we're near the handle, the bag also has a few attachment points on the sides of the handle to allow you to clip on additional accessories with something like a carabiner. And then on the sides, I was super happy to see that the bag has two external water bottle pockets, and I love the implementation here. They have plenty of space. Currently what I have in here is the same insulated water bottle from Wandered that I've been featuring in a lot of my recent videos, and that fit in there really easily. And then I love how elastic the compartments are. Here they just offer plenty of volume. If you have a thicker water bottle or a larger item like a tripod that you want to stick in here, it's going to fit very comfortably. The compartment also has a nice amount of depth, and then they also have these openings on the bottom to provide for drainage if you happen to put something wet in here. So just really love the implementation here, and there's been a lot of this sort of minimal style bag coming out recently, and for some reason companies love to leave off the external water bottle pockets even though they're super useful. So glad to see them featured here on the Civic Half Zip. And then jumping into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 22 liters, which is a really great daily bag size in my opinion. I was easily able to fit all the items that I normally like to carry with me, and there was still some leftover space if I wanted to carry some of my gym clothes or maybe even use this for minimal travel. So just a really kind of surprising amount of space considering the slimmer silhouette that the bag has. Even when it's a little bit more packed out, I felt like it hugged my back really well, making it great for navigating crowded areas or jumping onto public transit. Continuing on with the straps and the back paneling, for the most part the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice amount of padding. On the inside they don't have any sort of meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up, which I really would have liked to have seen. But the straps do have a nice width to help prevent them from digging into your shoulders when you're wearing the bag with a lot of weight. On top of that, I also really like the kind of curved shape of the straps. This works very well with my shoulders. And then at the top, something that we saw with the CPL24 is this sort of elastic system that allows the bag to curve a little bit more. So even if you have something flat inside of the bag, this kind of provides a little bit more range of motion to allow this to shape to your body type, and so far this has really helped the bag to feel a lot more comfortable. And then on top of that, the straps also have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. And then moving into the back paneling, this is an area where I was a little bit torn on the implementation. For the most part, it felt pretty good. It has some padding, but like the straps, they don't have any sort of mesh material, and there's not a whole lot of elevation on the padding to provide airflow while you're walking around throughout the day. So again, my back has tended to get a little bit more sweaty with this style of bag, but I did really like the curve that this bag has. So it really just kind of molds to my back, and then it also has a really nice frame sheet to help add some additional support when you're wearing it with a lot of weight. So overall, a pretty comfortable carry, but there are definitely some areas that I would have liked to have seen improved. And then jumping into the organizational options, the bag keeps things really simple here. So besides the 2 external water bottle pockets, there's only one quick access area that you can get to from the outside. So at the top, it has this very large quick access pocket, and I really like the implementation here. There's plenty of space and volume for anything that you want to grab a little bit more quickly during the day. This reminds me a lot of Air's quick access compartments and the amount of space that they offer. And so jumping in, a very simple compartment here. The first thing that I currently have is my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And then I also tossed in my Blue Pop portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then besides that, not a whole lot going on in this compartment, no sort of slip pockets or fleece lining. I do like that it has a bright lining on the inside to make it easy to see everything. And then you also have this really simple lanyard that has a little plastic clip that's gonna be great for attaching your keys or something like a multi-tool. And then jumping into the main area, this is a top loading style bag, and I really like that even though it's a top loader, the opening is pretty wide so that you can easily see everything that's in the main area. And I was so impressed with how much space this main area actually has. Even though it's not a huge bag, it was able to handle bulkier items very well. As you can see here, even with the items that I currently have, there was still a little bit of leftover space. So just a really versatile compartment. And so jumping into the items that I currently have here, first up, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones. And then I have a simple case to hold my DJI Mavic Mini. And then moving down towards the bottom, I just have a bunch of pouches that I kind of use to segment everything out in this larger compartment. So first up here, I just have a simple Maxpedition pouch that has some of my smaller EDC items. And then behind that, I have my Bellroy Classic pouch that has some of my smaller tech accessories. In addition to that, I just threw in a simple medical pouch just because I had some extra space, and also because this is meant to be a little bit more of an outdoor bag. And then behind those pouches, I had a full-size moleskin notebook. And then the last thing that I have in this main area is my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside, and I really like the amount of space that this offers. As you can see, this comes up quite a bit, which is what makes it great for holding some bulkier items. And the amount of space that this offers is even gonna work well for a quick weekend trip. I was actually able to toss in my larger double-sided and compressible packing cube from Arkedo along with a dop kit. So just a really versatile and simple compartment. And then as far as organization, you really don't have too much going on the inside of the bag. So down near the bottom, there's really nothing. And then at the top, you have some rows of kind of molly webbing at the top that you can use to clip on smaller accessories. So I really like the versatility that this adds. It's a nice alternative to putting a bunch of pockets with zippers. And so I was a little bit unsure what sort of accessories to kind of pair here. So I threw in a little variety. So I have just a simple stylus and pen here on the bottom. And then I also attached an S carabiner at the top of that. And then next to those, I just have a simple nail clipper, and then I also have my Fisher Space Pen. So you can do a lot with this sort of webbing. I really like how it's also near the top to make it very easy to just grab some of those smaller accessories quickly. And then the webbing is actually attached to this area here, and this is the top quick access pocket that we saw earlier. So when this is completely full, you can see that it takes up quite a bit of space from the main area. And this actually brings me to one of my biggest problems with the bag, which is the fact that it can be a little bit annoying to get your laptop in and out of the bag when this compartment is full and you have a lot of stuff in the bag. You kind of have to push this back, and this can kind of get stuck on the sleeve here. So kind of an interesting choice. I wish that there had been a better way to manage this. I don't really know what the solution would have been. Moving into the laptop compartment itself, I really like the implementation here. The compartment is actually well padded and suspended off the bottom of the ground, which is an improvement from the CPL24. So I really like how well protected my laptop feels. And so what I currently have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but this will definitely hold up to a 15-inch laptop. Again, if you have a taller laptop, you'll probably have even more issues than I had with actually being able to get your device out of the compartment easily, but it does still manage to fit in there, and the compartment also comes up a nice amount, so if you happen to have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in there okay. And so pulling my laptop out, Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So no sort of fleece lining to help prevent against scratching, but regardless, even though the compartment, it makes your laptop a little bit harder to get in and out, it still offers a nice amount of protection. And then moving on to the back of this compartment, you have this Velcro here that's going to allow you to remove the frame sheet if you want to. And then I really like that this is also meant to pair with a water bladder. If you're using this for hiking or you just want to carry an extra bit of water with you, you can throw the water bladder into this sleeve, and then there's actually some openings here that allow you to thread the nozzle through the strap so that you can reach that easily while you're running around. So really nice implementation there. And then the last pocket that we're going to take a look at in this main area is actually on the flap. It's another just kind of simple area to keep some of your smaller accessories a little bit more organized. And so opening this up, I really like that this has its own independent volume. This is something that Evergoods does very well, so it doesn't take up any space from this main area of the bag, and plenty of volume in here. Even with the items that I currently have in there, you can see there's some leftover space. And so what I currently have in here is just a simple deck of cards that I like to carry with me. And then I also have my GoPro Hero 3 Plus. And then I have a simple lightning cable to charge my phone and my iPad. And then the last thing that I have in here is just my Apple AirPods Pro. So now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. And as you can see, a very simple layout here, no sort of internal organization or fleece lining, but I really just love the simplicity and the flexibility that this gives for what you can store in here. So overall, just a really nice, simple layout in this main area and throughout the rest of the bag. A very impressive amount of space. And if you're looking for a bag that has a great build quality, it's gonna work well for the outdoors and just have a very simple style, then this is gonna be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a really great experience testing out the Evergoods Civic Half Zip over the past couple of weeks. The bag has been very comfortable to wear. It has a solid build quality. I really like its minimal aesthetic and organizational layout, and it has an impressive amount of space. And so you can currently purchase this on Evergoods site or Huckberry starting at around $190, which is definitely a bit of an investment. The price does feel fairly reasonable considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer, but there are a lot of other great daily bags in this price range, or even for a little bit less, that are definitely worth checking out. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of was the Evergoods CPL24, which has a really similar aesthetic and build quality, but that bag's gonna give just a little bit more space. And if you're like me and you prefer more of a clamshell style opening to allow for easier packing, then that's gonna be a great alternative to check out. The next bag this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Prizefighter Pack, which has quickly become one of my favorite minimal EDC backpacks. It has a pretty similar aesthetic to this, a great build quality, and in my opinion, it's actually a little bit more comfortable given that it has some extra padding on the back. That bag doesn't have the same external water bottle compartments as this, but it does come in at a lower price point. So if you like this style of bag and you're looking for something that's gonna be durable and just offer a very comfortable carry, then that's gonna be one of the best options to check out. Another bag this made me think of is the Air Day Pack 2. And aesthetically, the bags are really different, but the Day Pack 2 has a very comfortable carry, an awesome build quality. It has a really nice organizational layout, plenty of protection for your tech, and it also comes in at a lower price point. So if you're looking for something with a little bit more of a modern aesthetic, or that might work better for a professional environment, then that's gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. The next bag this made me think of is the Bellroy Classic Backpack, and similar to the Air Day Pack 2, that's also going to have a little bit more of a professional aesthetic, but the layout on that bag is actually very similar to this. It's a top-loading bag, it has plenty of space, a really nice simple organizational layout, and a very comfortable harness system. That bag is going to come in at a pretty similar price range, and it has a great build quality, and if you're looking for something with a little bit more of a modern style that has a similar layout to this, and that's going to be one of the best alternatives to take a look at. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the GoRuck GR1, which is still one of my favorite minimal EDC backpacks. I've used that one for a long time, and it has a really solid build quality. It has a great simple organizational layout, a clamshell style opening, so it's very easy to pack out. And that one's gonna have a little bit more of a tactical look since it has some of the MOLLE webbing on the front and the sides. So if you have a little bit of a higher budget and you're looking for something that's going to offer a little bit more versatility and flexibility with kind of how you can organize and configure the bag, then that's going to be a phenomenal option to take a look at it as well. With that being said, the Civic Half Zip holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a really minimal and durable bag that's going to be able to offer plenty of space, a simple organizational layout, and a very comfortable carry, then this is going to be a good option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Civic Half Zip and how it compares to a lot of the other great minimal daily bags that we featured on the channel. And if there are any similar options you think I should check out in the future, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.